Good morning and welcome to the first of my new daily market reports. The roller coaster ride continued overnight with US stock markets recovering from deep early losses to finish around square for the day. That's a remarkable achievement given the weakness in some cases acute in European markets overnight and Asian markets yesterday. At the heart of the volatility, obviously, is the Chinese decision to devalue the yuan. Yesterday we saw it depreciate further, and then yesterday afternoon, in late trade, it was trading up at 6.4486 at one stage. That caused some real ructions. The Aussie dollar managed to hold in a little bit better than expected, however, as the yuan headed towards the 2% band. That led to reports from China that state-owned banks were leaning on the rate by buying yuan and selling dollars in order to stop the fall, and that seems to be the most likely scenario. They've won the battle at the moment. This morning it's at 6.38. Still about 0.8, 0.9 lower than yesterday's fix. So everyone will be watching at 11:15 today Sydney time, 9:15 Beijing time to see what happens with the reference rate. All the volatility and worries about looming deflationary pulse through Asia and the world have caused traders to alter their bets on when the Fed is going to lift off. Up until just a few days ago, there was a 70% chance that it was going to be a September rate hike. Now Fed fund futures are betting it's only a 40% hike. And certainly Forex traders are taking that on board. We saw the US dollar weaken overnight. It's at 111.57 this morning, and the Aussie dollar is up at 73.81. That's a remarkable recovery in the Aussie, which is up around 170 points from yesterday's low, around 72.16. That was a new fresh 6-year low. Also overnight, gold was up as it finds a bit of a bid tone amongst all the uncertainty. Oil and copper rally, and the SPY 200 futures are pointing to a more positive day on the market today. Now let's look at the scoreboard. The Dow Jones was flat at 17,402. The Nasdaq was up 0.15% to 5,044. S&P rose 0.1% to 2,086. In London, it was a relatively good performance with a fall of just 1.4% to 6,579. That's in contrast to the acute weakness we saw on European stock markets. Frankfurt fell 3.27%. The CAC in Paris was down 3.4%. So we had some big falls in Europe. Yesterday in Tokyo, the Nikkei fell 1.58% to 20,372. Shanghai Comp fell 1% to 3,887. Hang Seng was off 2.4 to 23,916. As I mentioned before, ASX futures are up 22 points overnight to 5321. In terms of the Aussie dollar, 73.81, euros at 111.58, dollar yen 124.22, around one big figure lower than where it was yesterday as the yen gained some strength. Sterling 156.10, it didn't really move last night. Dollar CAD 129.75, that's also well down on where it was yesterday. NYMEX crude front contracts at 43.33. Gold up at $1,124, that's about 60 odd bucks from the low where it kept finding support last week. And the Dalian iron ore price is up quite a bit, I should say, to 439. That's interesting because, of course, you'd expect that to go up because it's denominated in CNY. But conventional wisdom seems to be that the devaluation is going to cause a fall in demand, that sort of thing. So that one will bear watching closely. Anyway, that's it from me today. I hope you've enjoyed this. Feel free to give me any feedback on what you'd like to see and how you'd like to change it. But for now, I'm going to say have a great day and good trading.